Yeah, boy. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another First Reviews reaction video. We big boy buddy Gore, and it's time for the first reviews for 28 years later. That's right. It's coming out tomorrow, so we're kind of close with the review embargo here. Technically, it doesn't come out until Friday, but you can see it tomorrow. But whatever. Anyway, so I'm very excited for it. I'm probably seeing it this weekend sometime. I still need to rewatch 28 Days and Weeks Later. I don't think weeks matters though. I think even I feel like I I don't think they mentioned 28 weeks later like almost at all during any interview. I watched a few because I'm actually interested in what they have to say, and I feel like 28 weeks later never gets brought up. They talk about days all the time, which is weird because Alex Garland wrote 28 weeks later, I believe. It's not directed by Danny Boyle. Sorry, it's got close names. Uwe Boll, Danny Boyle. The last names are close. Anyway, so very strange. Anyway, I'm expecting great reviews from this. Shout outs to, let me see if I can get the comment, because I want to shout out, because right when I saw this comment, I immediately didn't go on Twitter. Gaming with Daniel. Shout out to Gaming with Daniel, because I thought, for some reason, I thought I heard the review embargo was lifting tomorrow, like the day it comes out. And I guess not. That's not. That wasn't the case. Anyway, so shout outs, because I was like, right when I read that, I was like, oh, let me make a video before I go on like Twitter and stuff, because immediately I'll be spoiled, most likely, what the score is. So I'm guessing something high, but also I'm a little worried because it's so close to the release. I don't think that matters all the time though, but I don't know. I'm a little worried, just a little, like maybe 5% worried. Everything else looks amazing about this movie, so I'm gonna say if I'm 5% worried, then I guess it should be 95%, right? Well, I'm gonna do 88%. There you go. There you go. That's my guess. Anyway, we'll go to Metacritic after. So first, Rotten Tomatoes. So here we go. 88%. It'd be nicer if it was higher. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll do the big reveal. 28 years. There it is. There is not our boy. We all thought it was him. It was not him. All right, let's go. Oh, yes. Very nice. I wish I could see the average fucking rating. God damn it. God, I wonder what the average rating is. Oh my God. 95%. That's so good. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yes, very nice. And you know, that's still, that's both surprising and not surprising at the same time. Oh, I didn't know that she was in this. The girl from Falcon Winter Soldier, the world's worst villain of all time. All right, immediately we got a negative review. Oh, okay, we're getting a lot of sevens. Oh, we got 3 out of 5. Oh, 7, 7, 8, C. Ooh, okay, all right, maybe. Okay, now we got 5. We got 1.5 out of 4. Okay. All right, let's read these. Okay. I was actually expecting, like, after a 95%, I thought maybe we'd get, like, 4.5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. We started off kind of low. All right. This is an unusually soulful coming-of-age movie, considering the number of spinal cords that get ripped right out bodies. It's a coming-of-age movie, okay. I guess he does have a son, right? Aaron Taylor Johnson has a son in here. All right. For all the possible directions this narrative could have taken, you can't help but wonder why this is the one the filmmakers landed on. Okay. Okay. It's full of big ideas, gorgeous imagery, and strong performances backing cool characters and sudden character decisions and plot contrivances that make Spike's quest to take his mother inland feel like we're following a side quest, not the main story. Okay. So that's the story. He's taking his mother. Okay. His mother is Jodie Comer, I would assume. All right. Boyle reinvents the zombie movie as a bloody pop art installation. Okay. Are these two modern masters of genre subversion? Wait, sorry. I read R. I said R. R. As these two modern masters of genre subversion have matured, they've also figured out a way to check off the boxes of thrills and gore and suspense while also finding something real to say about perseverance, hope, and love. Grim and Strange, 28 years... I like that. I like Strange. 28 years later finds Boyle once again following the irregular rhythms of his brain. Damn, okay, Jesus. Takes me... I feel like regular rhythms... That sounds like a positive and like a insult at the same time. Something about that. I don't know. Takes many creative risks with the horror franchises. Enough of those risks pay off to make the film worthwhile, though several threaten to derail the whole movie. Damn, okay. Jesus, all right. I saw it at 95%. I was like, yeah, boy. And then I was like, oh. As the start of a new trilogy for franchise, it's a promising entry that signals a different approach to a well-worn subgenre. Okay, damn. So this movie's not what people would expect, I assume that means. One of the strangest, most exhilarating blockbusters released in memory. Strange. Everybody's saying it's strange. Okay? It's a truly bizarre piece of art that's somehow both grotesque and extremely moving. Okay? Damn. I love... Hey, already I love that they're saying that this isn't what you would expect, pretty much. Which, the trailers were amazing, but it did look like it was going to be like, we're on an adventure, and there's going to be zombos, or, infected, whatever they call them. But maybe that's not going to be the case. Maybe that will be the case, but there's going to be a lot of weird shit. I mean, we have like cults and stuff in this, so 20 years later, we're starting to go down as one of the best directed, best acted horror films of the year. However, it is almost betrayed by the script that swings for the fences too much in the third act. Okay, damn, Alex Garland taking strays. Didn't even say his name. He's like, yeah, that script though kind of fucked it up at the end. I wonder what's going on at the end. I feel like this might be a good reaction movie. I got way too many movies that I'm just like, I'll wait till reaction, and I never watch them. So this one I am excited for. But to be fair, I don't know anybody else that wants to see this. So maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll wait. I don't know. We'll see. 20 years later is not a wholly captivating blockbuster, but one with layers that will keep us talking on until the second movie comes out, which is not too long, which is the only trouble. Okay. Which I think it comes out. Does it come out like February or something like that? Hold on. I'll look later. I don't want to get spoiled for the Metacritic. As long as you're not expecting an action-packed zombie film, you'll enjoy this. I wasn't at all, but okay. Enjoy this coming-of-age, grief-driven entry in this franchise. The film, okay, film isn't as entertaining as the past films were, but this is still a solid film that gives hope for this new trilogy. Okay, I don't know about that review because I mean, don't get me wrong, Days later and weeks later is underrated. I don't think it's as good as Days at all, but I think it's still good. It's a solid movie. Has a great opening intro or opening scene. But I just don't get. He made it sound like it was like Dawn of the Dead the remake, so you know what I mean. It's not exactly. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, 23 years later, because it's been that long, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland are still infected with the touch for thoughtful storytelling and propulsive horror action. Okay, this is not one of those cookie-cutter horrors where our characters are two-dimensional printouts on flimsy bits of cardboard, but fully fleshed out people who we care about and feel for good. That I was worrying about because I did really like the characters in 28 Days Later. 28 weeks later, a little less so, but I still like them. I immediately, Robert Carlyle's character, you go, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, the beginning of that movie is fucking nuts. To be fair, they were fucking around. So, I mean, you could criticize them, but what the fuck? I won't say anything. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. Jumbled and flawed. I'm like, what the fuck? Fucking around, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Jumbled and flawed, 28 years later still finds some new life in this distinctly British take on the dead. I'm not defending him, by the way. Anyway, 28 days later still finds something new. Okay, all right, here's 2 negative reviews in a row. Boyle and Garland are obviously entitled to add a smirk or two, but they can have no complaints if the muddled tone flies over the heads of audience members. But they can have no complaints if the muddled tone flies. Okay. They can have no. I don't really understand. All right, I mean they can have no complaints. All right. 28 years later, tries hard to outpace the original film and keep up with the culture at large, but instead it lumbers slowly behind. I mean, if this is the beginning of a trilogy, I could see why this one would probably be a little slower. Garland and Boyle have made a different film than the other 2 installments and deserve credit for that. Fair enough. I haven't seen it yet, but sure. The actors chops alongside Boyle's direction and Garland's script, and Anthony Dodd Mantle's cinematography will leave you feeling somewhat sledgehammered by the end of this epic roller coaster. Okay. Oh, it's not loading the reviews. Wait, hold on. I didn't read our girl, all right? Is she here? Okay. Hold on, let me refresh. Maybe it'll load them up. Oh, no, it's not loading the reviews. I think we read enough anyway. But I wanted to read Grace. I know she probably saw it, right? She'll probably complain that there's no MCU-style post-credit scene. Unless there is. Oh, maybe she's a top critic. She might be here. Where's Grace? I'm full of grace. All right, let's go to Metacritic. All right, let's see Metacritic. Oh, that's good. Oh, that Rido game, 78. Okay. Elio. Oh, Elio got reviews too. Oh yeah, I guess that comes out this week. I thought that was next week. All right. Anyway, Elio, whatever fucking name is. 28 years later, 78. That's not that's actually better than I was expecting considering some of those reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. I thought it was gonna be like a low 70 at that point. 78. I think that's about the same as 28 Days Later. 73. Oh, okay. 28 Weeks Later has a 78. Wait, what? Oh, 5 points ahead of 28 Days Later. That's crazy. It is not as good. Wow, it has a lot of reviews too. What the fuck? I thought maybe it had like 8 reviews or something. 28 Days Later is 100% better. I keep forgetting Christopher Eccleston was in that movie. Anyway, he was the leader of the soldiers. I forgot that was him. And of course, you got Jack O'Connell. We just saw him in Sinners. That guy. Hey, I thought like back when that movie Unbroken came out, that one Angelina Jolie made. There's a guy in the war. He's a prisoner. I thought, like, because he starred in that. I thought because of that movie he was gonna blow up, and he never really did. So, but now it seems like maybe he will. So that's cool. All right. Anyway, that trailer's so good for 28 years later. The first one, at least. The second one's good too. Typically we look to adrenaline-fueled entertainment for catharsis. Boyle's thrilling reboot offers enlightenment as well. Okay. All right. Ooh, IGN gave it a 9. 28 years later is as potent and timely an exploration of cultural strife as the original, and Danny Boyle and Alex Garland tug at the heartstrings with bloody, deadly skill. Okay? Shit, motherfucker. Is scary and touching and funny and brutal, and I loved every minute of it. It's funny, too. Hell yeah, bro. I'm in, bro. I want to know what the strangest part of it is, because, I mean, of all the things you could call 28 years and 28 days and not months, that didn't do that one. 28 weeks later, I would never call any of them strange. They were pretty like, I don't want to say standard. They definitely aren't, because they're better than standard for sure. But like the infection part for the most part is pretty standard, you know. And there's not really much strange when it comes to like the human behavior in those movies. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, some of it's fucked up, obviously, but when I see strange, I want to see like something fucking weird, you know, like what the hell? There are cults in this, we already know that, so I'm assuming that's going to be the case. Also, the last trailer kind of teased like one of the like a priest was like, because there's a church scene in the original movie, which is great, but this there's a priest that's like looks like they're fully on board with the infection, like I think it's like God's will or something. I think that's what was happening in the trailer. And it immediately reminded me of that fucking movie Bird Box, where what's his name is like all fully with the aliens. Like they're like he's a part of like some cult that loves the aliens. Like he actually looks at them and reveres them, and they don't kill him or whatever. Anybody know what I'm talking about? That was stupid. So hopefully it doesn't get that stupid. Anyway, so imagine that's exactly what it is. Does anyone remember that guy in Bird Box? You know, he was obviously going to betray them, and guess what? He betrayed them. I really like that actor too, Tom Hollander, I think his name is. Not Tom Holland, Tom Hollander. I believe that's the name. Anyway, Editing got reviews 64. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see what else. So Still Wakes the Deep. Oh, Tron Catalyst. Oh, FBC Firebreak. God damn. All right. I actually played a little bit of Lost Random. It was actually pretty good. It's just like a Hades light. Date everything. Yeah, that's not surprising. The original Marathon Man. Okay. All right. So mine's 36. All right, we're done. Anyway, that's it. That's 28 years later. That's the first reviews. Well, let me just see. Hold on. Ooh, there's new reviews. Hold on, let me see. Where is she? Grace. Grace us with your presence. Come on, why the fuck does your website never work? Why are you taking features away? Why can't I see the average? What's the Atomic Critics? Okay. Show me the average. Show me the average. Show me the average. Why is there no average? I don't understand why they got rid of it. Is it for studios? I don't understand. But yeah, it has to be for studios, because if you think about it, like the score is always bigger than the average rating. You know what I mean? Like, so 95%, it's not going to be a 9.5 out of 10, the average rating. It's going to be like, my guess would be like a high 7, maybe even a low 8, which is still great. But like for other things, but no, see that backfires though, because if a movie get like a 20% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, usually the average rating is higher. You know, usually it's around like a 4.5, you know, maybe even a 5 out of 10. So that doesn't, I don't know. It makes no sense what Rotten Tomatoes is doing. I'm not gonna lie. I hope there's a better aggregator that's exactly like Rotten Tomatoes that comes along, because this shit sucks. And like Metacritic is cool, don't get me wrong, but Metacritic doesn't like they only pick like here. There's only 30 reviews here, and there's 75 already here. Metacritic will probably get maybe another 20 or 30, and that's it, which is cool. They're more curated, which is nice. But I do like to have like the idea of like from every critic that is considered a critic that would work at Rotten Tomatoes, which I would assume would be most. I would like to see all their opinions in one, you know? And that's why I read the reviews. It's not like I just look at the score and go, all right, moving on. I actually read what they have to say. You know? I don't know. It's really annoying. I like this movie's not over 2 hours or anything. It's just an hour and 55. Nice. All right, anyway, that's it. 95%. She baby. And it seems like the reviews are pretty fucking good for the most part. So that's good. Anyway, that's it. Bye.